200 views? Really? Okay. Okay. Hello, it's your boy Jason Flags 4 here, and today I'm a bit sad. Really, like quite a lot actually, because this whole lolly thing. Honestly, not saying that I have some type of regret or anything. I absolutely love doing the whole lolly video and dedicating a lot of 2021 to the subject, because there is a lot of stuff in the series of videos I've made that I just didn't know, and I was very curious about the entire subject of lollies in anime and all that type of stuff. And I wanted to try to do things that a normal anime YouTuber would never do, like talk about it in its entirety and try to figure out everything about it. Like, why do people like the subject of it? What is the importance of it? And why should it be okay in the anime space of things, honestly? And even went as far as to make my final verdict to say it's fine. And that was coming from a place of straight unbiased and straight purely curiosity, because I learned about the subject, honestly. And again, it just like, it's a lot that happened last year, but looking back at the subject and then looking at where a lot of that content is and a lot of that stuff is at now, it felt like I didn't really do anything or make a difference in someone's mind about what the subject is, or not even people even learning about it. It feels like not a lot of people really cares. But the thing is, there is a lot of people that absolutely cares, and that's the weirdest thing. When it comes down to things, when it comes to the whole lolly subject, I wanted to learn about it because I've seen it before, and I wanted to understand what was, the importance of it and why do people like it. And I went out of my way to talk to a ton of people that's in the lolly community to understand why they like this type of material. Why is it, something that they appreciate, and why is it something, that's even a part of anime? I wanted to learn all of it, and I did learn all of it, and I have a deep appreciation of lollies in anime myself, as well as going as far as to trying to, support the real cause of helping out real children that is in possible danger in dangerous situations. Still, we'll put those links in the description for different charities that you can donate to if you would like to, and if you have the money and you can volunteer to do it, please help out those charities. But 100% of things, again, it feels like, because my reach is so low and it's so not grasping of a huge audience in a way, it makes it feels like a lot of this stuff that I even covered was meaningless in a way, to be perfectly honest. Again, as I said, I have no regret doing it, because by far, and I will make this claim, I'm probably one of the only couple, or maybe the only VTuber and YouTuber to really cover the lolly stuff in this dramatic of a way. Maybe, just a few other people that really will come through, but I guarantee you, there is not a single anime YouTuber that will risk their, channel, much less their monetization, about talking about the subject of lollies and stuff, because they know this is a mixed response type of thing, and it's a very crazy thing to talk about that might risk everything that they have. Me, on the other hand, I don't necessarily care. I will talk about whatever I talk about because I want to know about it, and it might be fun, and I don't give a damn. That's personally me. So a lot of YouTubers and a lot of anime YouTubers will probably not do the same damn thing. They might cover it often, but they won't. They might go as far as to cover it rarely, but they will never go as far as to truthfully cover it in an in-depth way, as I did. At least this is what I'm saying. And at the current point of this recording, ain't nobody, as far as I'm aware of, has recorded and talked about and made a video of the entire situation of the history of lollies and lolicon in anime. And again, by far, of all the videos I made, of all the videos that is on this very channel, that's the video I want to see successful, and it only has 200 views in 2 months. That's kinda sad, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Again, it's a really in-depth detailed video about the history of Lolis and everything that it stands for, where it comes from, the term of it. Obviously everybody knows that, who helped made the genre even a thing. You know, there's plenty of details that's within that video that probably a lot of new anime people do not know what this is, or even old OG people don't know what this stuff contains when it comes to, you know, Lolis and all that type of thing. It has its place in the anime spectrum for a reason. Again, in the 1980s, in case you didn't watch the video, that was the lolicon boom in Japan, where a lot of people were trying to do different ideas and have different takes of lolly characters in different types of stories and put it into some type of adult setting and see how that fares, and it was fairly popular. Honestly, there's even one detail that I think I failed to mention in that video that I will say now. One of the main reasons why it even exists, it was to really combat against yaoi, because yaoi was so popular, you know, with the female audience. Lolly, on the other hand, was made for the male audience, and now both people, both, you know, male and female, can enjoy the genre entirely if they want to. And again, that was a detail I didn't know. I didn't know that yaoi was the reason why, you know, lolicon and lolly material even was, you know, created. Because again, in a way, it kind of makes sense why it's even here. It kind of makes sense that they would kind of combat against it, because it's like, oh, why I gotta keep using two guys all the time? Why can't we do something with the female characters and, you know, use it in a unique way? And that's really understandable, because really, if you're going to try to use some fictional setting and fictional type of things in some certain way, there shouldn't really be any limits to it, especially if you're using it for a yaoi situation. So why are we not using it for female characters in whatever other situation we want to use it for? So many people these days obviously don't really look into a lot of the context and a lot of the sources that they get into. Again, without lolly, a lot of the stuff that you even have in anime really wouldn't exist, especially a lot of the lewd material, considering that lolly was the first hentai ever made. You like your cat girl? The first, you know, cat girl that was truthfully, you know, really like a thing was a lolly. Yes, there was cat girls before, but they were anthropomorphic cat girls, honestly. They didn't really, you know, look human in the slightest. The first human looking lolly cat girl, the first human cat girl really was a lolly. That's kind of just how it was. And obviously people back then didn't really, you know, care about the ages of characters in a way. They didn't really care about all that. They were just trying to tell a good story and maybe a little bit of humor and a bit of eroticism in it, and then pretty much have people enjoy it. Even when there was a time in Japan's, you know, lolly history where they actually use, you know, real people instead of actually just keeping into the illustrations, a lot of people really cared more for the illustrations. They just did. They didn't necessarily even care for the real thing, which is absolutely great. Even though there was already laws in place and stuff that, you know, lawmakers didn't want to have, you know, that in their content, but people still kind of preferred the animated and, you know, illustrated version of it instead of the real thing. So good on those people. So well, that's honestly, you know, really surprising, even when I found that out when I was making the video. Again, if you are someone that does not know anything about lolly, or does know things about lolly but not everything, I highly recommend that you check out that video. It is, you know, a lot of information. It does take a lot of understanding to really get into it, and you know, there's a lot of people that help make it. Like one, I think the founder, or at least one of the major people that's from Studio Ghibli, helped make lolly into like a real thing. It's true. It is. And if you're someone that does support lolly and try to, you know, appreciate it and show off and pretty much tell people that, you know, it's not that bad of a subject, while I do appreciate it and while I do understand and completely am on your side when it comes to things and how you're feeling about the matter of it and how you want people to understand it, there is one crucial thing about it that you just have to tell people about the subject. Again, it goes back to the history. They have to know the history. As far as I'm aware of, this is the only channel that has talked about the true, definite history of Lolis and Lolicon on this platform. Again, not a lot of anime YouTubers would dare to make this type of content because they're scared, but you know, someone has to do it, and luckily it was my ass. So 100%, if you are really down for talking about Loli and really want it to be, you know, at least understood in the wider scope of things, and kind of want to see a lot of the dumb shit go away from Lolicon and stuff, then I highly recommend that you share the history video. I know people have done it before. I've seen people share it before, but you might need to share it again, especially, you know, if you really want a lot of this stuff to be out there. Again, I think I did a decent job of telling you the history and telling you different things. Even when it comes to things I didn't think is important, I just added it in there anyway because, you know, it's part of the history. So, you know, if you have a Twitter or whatever, please go around and share the history of Lolis and Lolicons. Again, it is important. Again, a lot of the stuff that we have in anime wouldn't be even a thing if it wasn't for those damn lolly ass characters. And hell, even with, you know, a lot of the stuff we have now, back in 2010 and 11, we know about the Bill 156 that kind of halts any type of true lolly-ish, fictional, but slightly realistic-ish, you know, media to kind of come out and do its thing and cycle around, honestly. Like the most banned manga, that's a good example of that. And that's why you see a lot of lolly characters be like fake adult characters, or like 1,000 years old, or whatever the hell type of lolly character they are, in ridiculous fashion. That's why a lot of that exists even now. Again, there is a lot of detail when it comes to it, and I just wish that that video in particular, did really well, because again, there's a lot of information that most likely a lot of people don't know, and it's honestly making me sad. Again, I really try to be as taboo and as, I guess, different from a lot of anime YouTubers and VTubers alike, but it's kinda, not gonna lie, really stupidly hard for no reason to get in the reach of a lot of people, which makes me feel like, you know, I guess in a way it makes me feel like I kind of really wish I didn't spend so much energy talking about it, in a way, because the reach didn't get into a lot of people, and it sucks, but that just is how it is. Again, if you would like to help out some real kids, the charity links are in the description. I always try to put them in a lot of these lolly videos when I can. And again, if you want to learn about the history and at least learn about it before you say anything, then at least check out the video and share it around, please, because again, it's important that people learn. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification way out. Also follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, Patreon is available as well. And quick outs commissions is a thing on Twitter if you would like to do that. I don't know, we only had one person to come through. It kind of sucks, not gonna lie, that we don't have more people. But anyway, that's pretty much all I gotta say for this. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a say.